Hold on, yeah. I can show you how to get it, how to flip it, how to stack it, how to make it right back. Let's go. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. All you gotta do is put your mind to it, never ever look back no more. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. I ain't no different from you. You can make money. I ain't no different from you. You can make money. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another episode of Wordsfromrj. Today's Sunday. Today is actually Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the single, married, soon to be mothers. Y'all definitely deserve y'all credit. So happy Mother's Day to y'all. Today I want to talk to you guys about forgiveness. Forgiveness is really I'm only 18, but as I was growing up and as I got older, I realized forgiveness is a big part, a big key to genuine happiness. So we're gonna talk about that today. So some may say that they could never forgive somebody for what they did. I don't know personally what you may have went through, be going through, or but not forgiveness is a big part of living a happy life, like I just said. These are facts that you can look up, and I'm also speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? So forgiveness can even lead to feelings of understanding, empathy, and compassion for the one who hurt you. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the harm done to you or making up with the person who caused the harm. Forgiveness just brings a kind of peace that helps you go on in life. So that is just a little short definition that I got off Google. And I agree with, just from experience. I do agree with that. One of the hardest / best things I've done was forgive my mom for the pain she caused me growing up. I briefly spoke on it on my story. I think my very first episode, I briefly spoke on it, but I want to go into detail on this episode to kind of help everyone understand that everybody goes through things, but it's important to let that hurt go. You know what I'm saying? So you can move on with life, and get that out your heart. So my story with my mom. So first off, I want to start off by saying I can probably count on, I'm pretty sure I can count on both my hands, how many times I've seen my mother, my whole 18 years of living. That's sad to say, but it's true. It's true. I'm gonna start off by saying it definitely was by choice. It definitely was by choice, but then again, she really didn't make effort either, So what did your mom do to you? Why do you not speak to your mother? You're supposed to love your mother and da da da. So basically, pretty much she's just, so she was on drugs when I was in her stomach. I was born with ADHD, used to take medicine for all that stuff. And then my pops was just nah, you done taking it. I just stopped taking it. I just kind of basically grew out of it, learned to control it type. She just wasn't someone that my dad wanted me to be around. So I have an older brother and an older sister on my mother's side. And she I don't know everything in detail that she's done to them, but she's done some things to them. And the day that I forgave my mom was the day that I found that out. But I'll touch more into that. But my mom, I have a big brother and a big sister. And she was just someone that my dad didn't want around because the type of person she was. So I've heard things like mothers like keeping their child from their father. Like maybe your mom or your parent might not let you see somebody because they kind of like protect you in a way, but you don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's selfish because I'm not a parent. I don't know if that's selfish or I don't know if that's considerate, but me personally, like I thank my father for sure for doing what he did. I wouldn't he pretty much, I wouldn't even say he kept me from my mom because by law I wasn't allowed to see her till I was 18. But like I've seen her obviously before I turned 18. So um a few times. Like I said, I can count on two hands how many times I've seen her. But yeah, man, I don't know if that's selfish or what. I'm not a parent, but like I said, I thank him. So he kind of like kept me from her just because of the type of person she was. And um she's put her hands on me once when I was a little kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Not on some the situation was like I didn't want to be there. I was at my grandma's house. So her mother, I was at my grandma's house and she was there. My pops had dropped me off there just to like spend some time with her or whatever. And I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to I didn't want to be there no more. Like I wanted my dad. So I was like, let me call my dad. I'm gonna call my dad. So I think before I got to call my dad, or like as I was trying to reach for the phone type shit, she just smacked me in my face type shit. I don't know how old I was or whatever the case may be, but that's all I remember. You feel me? Um, she used to like promise to like, oh, I'm gonna go to the courts to, try to get custody or joint custody because my dad had full custody of me. Like before I even like as soon as I was born, he had full custody by law. Um, man, she's like really behind on child support, like never paid child support. Like my mom, she has foster kids, like still to this day. I'm pretty sure she has foster kids that she take care of. You know what I'm saying? But she never was like, I don't know, it just kind of hurt knowing that she was doing that for somebody else's kid, but not her own. You know what I'm saying? And then the things that's crossing my mind, like she may be putting these kids through or what these kids are seeing because me knowing the type of person my mama is, and these kids is only like 5, 6. What are they gonna grow up to be like? You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything against gay people, but my big brother and my big sister on my mom's side, they both are gay, and my mom is gay. Um, so who's to say like if I was uh if I was raised by my mom, like how I would turn out. You feel me? I'm definitely glad I turned out how I turned out. Once again, nothing against gay people. But it's just like it's more to it. You know what I'm saying? This is not an episode to just bash my mom. I'm speaking on my experience, not things that she's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So boom. What else has she done, man? Other than that, just the like broken promises and just not being around, you know what I'm saying? Missing out on a lot, like birthdays, checking up on me or whatever the case may be. I don't know. It kind of like for the longest I used to like, I guess you could say hate her. She said some things to me through text, like some real evil things, like manipulative things. But my pops had always warned me. And one time, like I actually believed my mom over my dad. Like I regret that so much. But I kind of believed my mom over my dad for us like a small period of time or whatever. But I soon figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So all that, you know what I'm saying? Like as I get older, I realize how much not having a mama do affect me, like with female wise, like, how to treat girls and what you should say, what you shouldn't say, like what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Don't get me wrong, like I know how to treat a girl. That's not at all what I'm trying to say, but it's like you can definitely tell. Like you could definitely tell. You know, I can't really explain it in detail, type, because, like I say, I know how to. I feel like me personally, I do know how to treat one. Like I ain't never mistreated a girl, put my hands on a girl. I know the basics or whatever the case may be, but like as far as like romantic, and then just me knowing like I never had that love for my mom. I'm 18 now. You know what I'm saying? She just wasn't there from since I was born to me growing up. I'm grown now. You know what I'm saying? So I can never have that. Like I will never have that mommy love, mommy son love, you know? So I think about that, and then like when I get older and when I have kids or whatever, or a son, like I just want different, right? I don't really have a lot of family. My brother, my sister, not my brother, my sister. Like I don't really count them as my family. Like that may be messed up to say. I don't really count them as my family. So I have a sister on my father's side. We real close. I love my sister to death. She 22. We 4 years apart. And we used to go to school together too. She was 3 grades ahead of me. But we real close, man. We real close. And then it's just me. I'm the youngest. However you want to put it, if you want to count my mom's side too, you know what I'm saying? I'm still the youngest. I'm the baby of the family. And my dad, my auntie, I got another cousin, and then I got one of my dad's ex-wives that I do call mom. She do mean a lot to me. She's definitely kind of like helped over the years, you know. I definitely don't regret calling her my mom. Even though she's still not married to my dad, she's still come through. Like whenever I need her, call her, she's there, you know. So definitely appreciate her. But yeah, bro, that's like really my family. Like I've never been to a family reunion, like nothing, bro, like nothing. Family get-togethers. I mean, I've been to like, I don't know, I've been to a little something, but I don't really have a lot of family. And I be seeing families, and then as I get older, like I just want different, you know. So I got 2 nephews, you know what I'm saying? Got a sister. I guess we just gotta we gotta just make our own family and just be different. But yeah, man, just me doing all that, everything I just told y'all, just growing up over the years, you know what I'm saying? Just your pops wanting your mom, not understand why your mom don't want you or won't take care of you, or she says she wants you, but her actions not showing, and just everything, just being curious, not knowing why, like not really having answers. That's how I grew up with the situation with my mom. So it was a lot of pain, man. So like I have found out some stuff that she had done to my big brother, my big sister on my mom's side. And bro, I had sat in a car. Bro, for like 20 minutes. I had sat in the car for like 20 minutes. It was just crying. I was talking to God and stuff like that. And after I had stopped crying, it just felt like a big weight, like just lifted off my shoulders, bro. Like I felt so good, like relieved, like stress free, like okay, like I accept her for who she is. That don't mean I have to deal with that. That don't mean I have to hold this on my heart though. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just had a realization, a nice little talk with God. Like, man, I cried hard that day. But this was just like shit. It was when I was 18. So I turned 18 October 2020. So sometime through then to now. It was like a minute ago, a couple months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know. But it was recent though. Like I just forgave my mother. So if you're struggling to forgive somebody, like just know with time, forgiveness comes, or you'll forgive somebody over time. You don't just forgive somebody in a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe not even a year. You know what I'm saying? It took me 17. Well, I can't even say 17 because I ain't have really feelings since I was, you know, but I didn't forgive her till I was 18. So I get the point. So what happens if you don't forgive somebody? You go every day with this pain and hate in your heart, which only holds you back from it only holds you back from being the best version of you. If you hold that pain, you hold that hurt in your heart, like it takes so much energy, so much more energy to be mad and hateful towards somebody than just simply messing with them from a distance, accepting them for who they are and letting it go. It takes so much more energy just, you know, giving that bad energy out. Here's a not forgiving somebody, not forgiving can mess up something good for you. Like It really can. Maybe it's like a special someone that comes around, and this person could be the love of your life. You know what I'm saying? But you never really gave him a chance because you still stuck on her, or you still stuck on him. You know what I'm saying? Or what your parents did to you, or what, past situations. You have to forgive. You have to get that hurt off your heart, so you can be not only be the best version of you, but you don't miss out on good things that's right in front of you, that you've been asking for, that you're looking for, but it's right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? A little quote from the Bible. I don't know if you guys are, uh, I don't know y'all religion. That's what I was looking for. But this is Matthew 6, verse 14. For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. And that's a really powerful quote, because that's basically saying, like, as long as you forgive others for what they've done for you, no matter what you do, God will also forgive. Like, you don't want God to not forgive you. Like, who cares? Who cares if, like, people in your life don't forgive you? God is somebody that you always want to keep a good relationship with him, because he gonna always come through for you. So it's like, that's another reason why it's important to forgive. Maybe you've been asking God for something for years or for a long time now, and you just haven't really received it. You gotta get that off your heart, man. You gotta forgive. You gotta forgive the people that hurt you, bro. That's real. Um, but here's the tricky thing with forgiveness, though. Here's the tricky thing with forgiveness. Hold on, let me get some water real quick. The tricky thing with forgiveness is, forgiving someone means accepting what they did and who they are, and not holding against them anymore. Now, some say forgive and forget, but like, I 100% disagree with that. Forgive, but never forget. Like, learn from the consistent behavior that someone does that hurts you. Like, never forget it, but forgive though. Forgive, but don't forget. It's easy to say sorry and I'm going to fix it. But if the person words saying one thing and your actions in real life is saying the opposite, then why keep expecting a change? Like, you're hurting yourself, knowing you see the cycle, you see the pattern right in front of you, right? But your heart telling you one thing, but your mind telling you the other thing. You're gonna listen to your heart. You gotta stop doing that. That's gonna get you hurt. That's real. But if this is just like an example, like hypothetically speaking, I don't know what you may be going through, what your situation is, but if the same consistent behavior is happening, and like, you telling yourself, but you hoping for the best, expecting the worst, you just keep hoping for a change. Like, eventually, when is enough gonna be enough for you? You know what I'm saying? So one thing I learned over the years of being hurt, and just like life in general, it's okay to put your feelings first. Like, putting your feelings first is not a, I wouldn't say always a good thing, but it's really not a bad thing too. Like, it all has to do with self-love. Like, it really do. Um, like, love yourself so much that if you in a situation and you clearly can see that nothing is changing, nothing is getting better, then put your feelings first. Like, have that much love for yourself. Like, I spoke on previous episodes, like, how important um self-love is, man. Like, that stuff is really important, bro. Self-care, all that. Like, love yourself, bro. Love yourself enough that you won't even tolerate that, put up with that, for keep letting people run over you and not change. Like, there's somebody out here for everybody. Or if it's your family, like, it could be family, it could very well be family. You don't have to put up with that. Because at the end of the day, your self-happiness, your self-love, like I say, love yourself so much that you, like, nothing is better than putting your feelings first. So I swear, a lot of good people out here, man, they get hurt because they put others' feelings before theirs. Like, you care so much about what the family member gonna think, or what my bae gonna think, like, how it's gonna make them feel. Like it's okay to do that to like, and this is such a like a controversial like debate, honestly. Like, is putting your feelings first really selfish? And in my opinion, it's really not. Like, I just, like I say, I really think it has to do with a lot with like self-love, self-care. So like I say, a lot of good people, man, like it seems like all the good people get hurt. Like, I see y'all ever see the quotes, or somebody share something, or just based off life experience, like if you know you a good person but you always, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, learn to put your feelings first, man. Like, it may I learned the hard way, like nothing good comes out of that. Like putting people's feelings first, like it may sound a little selfish, or maybe I even sound like a narcissist, but like, I don't know. Me speaking from experience, nothing really good comes from that. And maybe that could be like a little debate or something, because so I'm sure as people are listening to this, I'm sure it's that one person that feels like, what? This dude tripping. Like, it's not always good to put your feelings first. And I'm not, and that's why I say it's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. But speaking to the people that keep, that needs help with forgiving, like, put your feelings first. That's a step. That's a step. Um, sit back, and ask yourself, like, what do I get out of sticking around and hoping for the best but prepare for the worst, versus what do you get out of choosing you and your feelings first? Once again, it all has to do with self-love. Like, how much do you really love yourself? How much do you really love yourself if you see the continuous behavior and from the family, or from your significant other, from a friend, from a close friend, like whatever the case may be, and nothing's changing, but you know how much do you really love yourself? So, a lot of love yourself enough that you can forgive and accept things for what they are. Like, that's, like I said, that really is what forgiveness is, like accepting somebody for what they are. And that doesn't necessarily, you got to put up with them or deal with them and have them in your life, but just accept that. A lot of people drive themselves crazy and stress things that they simply can't control. Like, you cannot control life. You can't control what a person's thinking, what a person's doing, So quit stressing over things that you can't control. That's another step to forgiveness. One thing that you can control is your happiness, though. Don't let that go over your head. Over the years, I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned to control what makes me mad and what makes me happy, what makes me get out of character. Like, there's people out here that they so snappy, like they get mad so quick, they on go. Like, that's a sign of hurt, in my opinion. Like, that's a sign of like something really deep within you. You hurt about something, like you got pain in your heart. You feel me? I don't know what it is, but maybe you need to forgive somebody for what they done to you. So you're not always like that. Like, that's not a way of living, bro. That's not a way of living. Um, growing up, you start to realize like everything does not need a reaction. That's a sign of maturity. Like I say, I learned to control what makes me mad, and what doesn't. Like, so at work, let me give y'all a real life example. It's kind of a funny story, but this is real. This is a true story. So boom, I'm at work. This is like last week. I'm at work and I'm playing music on the speaker or whatever. And my bro, he wanted to hear them. So like, I do inventory inside like a truck trailer, right? And then of course they connected to the dock. So like, I had the speaker. It's a real loud speaker. I had the speaker like outside, like not outside, but like inside the building, and I'm inside the trailer. You know what I'm saying? So it's playing loud enough for me and my bro, so we both could hear it or whatever. And somebody that works in a department near mine, but like not in mine, he comes. This dude comes in the trailer. He's so serious. Like, me and him, like, we cool, but like we not cool enough for him to talk to me like what he just said. So like, boom, he walks in the trailer. He's like, you got two options. I'm talking about serious face. I'm talking about like hands in his pocket. Like he was not playing. He's like, you got two options: turn this shit down or bring it in the fucking trailer. That's exactly what he said to me. So I said, this is my exact words. I said, I don't like how you just said that. So he said, please. So I was like, all right, you can go turn it down. So 15 minutes go by, and I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, I kind of feel like he like just stood on me a little bit. I kind of feel like he just stood over me a little bit. But I learned, like, man, like everything don't need a reaction. Like I ain't have to go off on him because of what he said. Like after a while, like, yeah, like he didn't even have to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? You got two fucking options. You know what I'm saying? Turn this shit down or bring, like, it's a nicer way you could have asked. You know what I'm saying? But then, so boom, check this out. 15, 20 minutes go by. And somebody else that's not in my department comes over to my department, bro, like to fill out some paperwork or whatever the case may be. He's like in charge of my department or whatever, but like he's not like, he's still an employee like me, but he's like, he runs the department type shit. So boom, he comes over there. I peeped, he turned my music down. So I come out my trailer. Mind you, it was already turned down because of, bro, like, you feel me? At this point, y'all, you feel me? Y'all doing too much. So boom, I come out the trailer. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on with the music? He's like, if you want it that loud, take it in the fucking trailer. Now him, I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Like, I'll let him have it. I ain't even gonna say too much of what I said. But like that time, like, you know, because I was still kind of, you know what I'm saying, still kind of a little salty about the previous situation with the first dude. So like the first dude, I kind of like let it out on him too, on top of him. Like, but there's way you say things, like, bro, like, if it's too loud, all right, cool, you can turn it down. That's all you have to say. But if you want to play it that fucking loud, take it in the fucking trailer, like, you know, I ain't even gonna say what I said, but I'll let him have it, bro. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is everything does not need a reaction. That's a sign of maturity. When I let bro talk his little talk, you know what I'm saying, and didn't get out of character and didn't do too much, because a lot of y'all, I'm sure y'all saying right now, like, you a good one. You know what I'm saying? I would have what? Bro, you gotta mature. Like, everything don't need a reaction, man. But anyway, another sign of maturity is forgiving somebody and truly meaning it, right? Let that person know you forgave them. You feel me? Like, let them know, like, I forgive you. If you don't want them in your life, let that be known. If you do want them in your life, let that be known. But let that person know you forgive them and the things that they done for you, done to you. It takes so much energy. Like I said earlier, it takes so much energy to be mad at somebody. Have you ever realized that, like, instead of being cordial, it takes so much more energy to be mad at them? Just sit and think, like, dang, I'm forcing myself to be rude and mean to somebody when this really ain't me. Like, I'm really a happy person. You feel me? Like, it takes so much more energy. Just forgive them. When I finally forgave, I remember like it was yesterday. Like, I was in a truck, like I say, man, and I started crying, and it was just the best feeling, bro. The best feeling. Like, felt like, just, I don't know, 100 pounds, 1,000 pounds just lifted off my shoulders, bro, for real. So since then, my heart, it just feels pure, like, feel it full of genuine love, man. I mean that for sure. And still to this day, we don't keep in contact. Like, me and my mom, we don't keep in contact. Just because I said I forgave her doesn't mean I have to put up with her and her issues and stick around to get hurt again. You get what I'm saying? Like, I learned my lesson, like, over the years. I really didn't, like, it's a lot. It's way more to the story than what I said on here. This isn't the episode to bash my mom, but yeah, I don't have to deal with that. I went 18 years without it. Like, as much as it hurts, I mean, it really doesn't really hurt that much. And how I know I forgave my mom is because I can sit up here and talk to y'all about her. Like, I used to get so mad when people ask, why don't you talk to your mom? I used to get so mad. That's a lot of people's problem. Learn from y'all mistakes. You know, like I say, that don't mean I got to deal with her issues and stick around and get hurt again. from people's mistakes, the continuous behavior. Because if you don't, the only person you can blame is you. And my auntie told me this yesterday, when I was at her this little get together. She was like, one thing I always remember my mom told me, when you finally, I guess some dude was hurting her real bad. And her mom was like, I'm so sick of him running over you. She was like, once you finally wake up, you're going to be a woke ass. Hey, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it get to that. Don't let it get to that, y'all. Do not let it get to that. But you made it to the end of the episode, man. Like, I hope y'all really enjoyed this episode. If you got somebody you need to forgive, man, work on that. It's going to come with time. You feel me? Don't force it, but actually make it a goal of yours. Make it a responsibility of yours. And on my YouTube channel, Wordsfromrj, I do have a video like the best stocks to invest in and more. So check that video out. I do plan on dropping like another video of like how to work the Robinhood app for the new beginners out there, man. If y'all want to create a Robinhood ready to start investing, click the link in my bio on Instagram. My page is wordsbyrj, and you can create an account with the link in my bio, and you will receive a free stock, and I will too. So yeah, that's basically like free money, and you can also get the experience reading the charts. I personally use Robinhood, but that's besides the point, man. Check the YouTube videos out. I got some content dropping for y'all on the YouTube channel, man. Peace. Real quick, let me tell you guys about the sponsorship for this podcast. Anchor is a free app, and it's the easiest way to start making your podcast. You can get paid regardless of your fan base. You don't need thousands and millions of views to start making some money. Anchor automatically distributes your podcast for you on platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. You can record and edit right from the comfort of your home and from the phone or your computer. So you don't need like some special equipment. You can definitely record from your phone if you don't have a laptop. If you like what you hear, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hold on, yeah. I can show you how to get it, how to flip it, how to stack it, how to make it right back. Let's go. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. All you gotta do is put your mind to it, never ever look back no more. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. I ain't no different from you. You can make money too.